Man, it's crazy, but been trying to up my fencing abilities. I know that sounds pretty kind of stupid probably, but I didn't realize, but all along, I mean, even the martial art itself, your body is like a sword. Any point that you're hitting with, it's either like a sword or it's like a hammer or something. It can be used like a club or like a sword. It can chop, it can also smash. So it's like, I realize with this, when you're trying to reach out and touch someone, you know what I'm saying? It's like you're lunging, you're stepping far forward, and you're coming off the same foot you're stepping with is what you're just shooting out with, man. It's just it's a great, it's just, it takes so much like coordination and dexterity that it kind of does give you like this form of meditative action. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, you know, like Zip Zoot dude's talking about achieving this kind of sort of Zen-like state of mind from sword fencing, not necessarily even fighting anyone. It just said the dude was out and he was just chopping, he was just practicing, and all the birds and shit was singing along with this guy that was fighting, man. It was going zip zoot, and I see that this is real talk. That's real. That does happen sometimes. Once you get it to turn on, you know what I mean? It's just you can't never lose this knowledge, but it's like trying to reach out and point with the tip. If you're trying to hit someone with the tip, that's like you know, like a punch. Without a punch is like that without a sword. It can be thrown that way. And I read one of Bruce Lee's books, and he broke it down to an extent. He was showing how these fencers move. You know what I'm saying? He wrote actually a diagram description. So lately I've been just taking my stick, look for a point, and I'll just aim at it. And I'll just try to shoot it at it. Think of it more like the Three Musketeers, okay? It's like even this finger position. You use it just like you would if you actually had a sword. You know what I'm saying? It's just like trying to poke someone with the tip of a sword, not using it as this kind of sword, but just as a straight stabber, like straight in. The point is the part of the usage you're trying to get. You know what I'm saying? So even these kind of, even when you just aim with one particular point, that's the tip of your sword. If you're coming with the elbow, that's like a sword. If you're coming with the knee, that's like I mean, that one actually, the knee is like a club, but there's ways you can use your leg where it becomes like a blade, like this kind of blade, a swinger. You know what I'm saying? The bottom of your foot is kind of more like a hammer, but the edge of your foot is more like a knife. Just like the edge of your hand is like a knife or a sword. You know, this is like a chopper though. Like even this, I heard this is called, it's being like an axe. You know what I'm saying? You can even hit with the blade, or you can even use this, and this is a point right here. If you can learn to use that right, it is kind of like an axe. You can break things with doing this. I have. You can open-handedly break, not bragging or anything, but you know, hey, I've broken bricks with open-handed strikes. But I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's not really unattainable, dude, if you just work at it. But anyway, yeah, this is like a kind of like a broadsword or something. You know, something good for cutting, hacking, like an axe. And this is good for like the tip, like getting in there and poking someone, like getting them up in here. I mean, if you hit anyone like in these areas, I mean, there's pressure points all up in there. If you hit them just right, it'll do for a little effort. You will get a big response. I mean, this is what I've noticed. And then you can even, if you know your organs, you can actually just put your finger on someone and you just go. And it's like you can get in there and you can actually pinpoint something. I'm saying hypothetically. I know it can be done. It's dangerous if you don't really know what you're doing. If you ain't conditioned yourself to handle that kind of stress on your body that comes from a certain way you use it. So, even here's the thing. I watched this guy do this ninja hammer punch thing, and it was like, I realized, man, it's like, all right, it's like when I used to be, when I'd work as a framer, I'd hit sometimes like this. If I was trying to make something move, that's exactly how I do it. And I realized that guy, he used almost the same fucking motion when it was called the ninja hammer punch. And it's almost exactly just like you would really do with the hammer. Like some dude just said, hey, ooh, you generate a lot of, you know what I'm saying, forward energy with that. So look, I'm just showing you how that even works. You know what I'm saying? Like there was a big 2x4 up here or something, and I was trying to smash it back like a couple inches because it was off or something. You know what I mean? Like when you're just trying to blow something out, the dude did the same motion, but he was kind of just did it from right here. He wasn't using the framer technique where you're hanging off something. You're like, bam. But I mean, it's the same motion. It's like a hammer. Bam. Bam. And you notice it's like, because it doesn't go up and down like this. That's the only way you can make a hammer hit the same every time, because you got to learn how to do it uniform. So, I mean, you just think you're punching just like you were swinging that hammer. I mean, it's weird. Or just like you were bringing that axe down. Like you're actually how you, that's how you do an axe. So, or you'd even probably, just like an axe, like I was holding an axe. Look, holding an axe. That's what I mean. It's like a lot of this stuff. Really, dude, you could go grab a stick and just swing a stick, swing a hammer. And if you think, or even like this is like, it's like I'm holding a spear, but the spear ain't there. It's just like a position or a placement that you can always go back to. You know what I'm saying? It's just you got different spots where you just switch in between them. I mean, my knife throwing. Knife throwing is like, it's like sword fencing, but you're using things that you throw. So the range is bigger. But it's the same thing, because listen, in real sword fencing, Three Musketeers, that guy just, I mean, look, if you don't move out of the way or deflect that with your own sword, you're dead. And it's the same thing with knife throwing. So that's as intense as you could probably get in a real situation where life and death, hand to hand, shit laying around. Same thing though. Shit's flying at you. What's the difference? Bullets, arrows, cannonballs. Any one of them hit you, you're gonna be in a world of shit. Even a little stone, dude. A little stone. If someone and fucking hits you in the eyeball, that might end your life. Potentially. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's crazy, man, how this works. Or even like, this is like you got a bow. You know what I'm saying? Like you got a bow, or I guess you could even say like a gun. And it's just you go from here and just switch. Like you got it on the other side like a bow. Like drawing a bow back. And then shoot the arrow and just switch. Just switch positions. It's like you're holding a bow. You know? It's same thing. I mean, there's all these different descriptions of certain kinds of attacks, punches, kicks, But it's basically your body's got smashers, clubs, knives, points of the tip, sword. And it's like you're rocking back and forth. It's like a bow. You know what I'm saying? You got your hips is like a cup with water in it. You know what I'm saying? And then your feet can twist and coil. And then you want to throw all that into the tip, if that's what you're aiming with. And then, or if not, you want to throw it all into the edge. It's all the same stuff, man. I'm telling you.